Good morning, everyone. It is Thursday today, and I'm just about to get started on morning pages. I'm almost done this journal. I've used this much of the journal, and I only have a few pages remaining. That matcha whisk holder that I bought from David's Tea, it was under $10 because I had that 20% off coupon. It has helped me start a new matcha routine. I've had matcha in the morning every day since I picked up that holder, and that's probably not a good idea because the caffeine does affect me quite a bit. So if I miss a day, I know I'm gonna get a caffeine withdrawal headache. So this is my matcha in the bowl here, and I have it with some sweets, as I talked about in my last video. I'm gonna have our last package of strawberry peach Pocky. This stuff is so good. I actually wish we bought more of these. So maybe when we have the car again next time for Chinese New Year, we'll pop by T&T again and see if they have any left. If they do, great. We'll maybe clear them out before they close shop. But if they don't, then that's okay too. I'm just going to have Actually, let me try this tea with you guys first. I didn't steep this in my clear mug. Maybe I should have. This is the Echinacea Shield, the green tea that I mentioned that I just saw in David's Tea. It's a limited edition tea, and the ingredients really appealed to me, so I decided to buy it. What did you guys think of the clear tea mug for Vlogmas? I really liked seeing the colors of all of the different teas, but you let me know down below whether you like that tea mug. I'm back to this one for today. This smells really, really good. It smells quite berry-like though, so I don't know if it's gonna be a bit too tart for me, but let me have a taste. Oh, I like this. This has a really nice tea flavor. It is green tea. I do taste the green tea, but I couldn't really place what kind it is. It is a little bit tannic, but I don't mind that because it just reminds me of tea. There is quite a nice like fruity berry flavor, but it's not tart. It's not overly sweet. There's no artificial sweetener aftertaste. And I taste something else in there that's kind of like herbally. So that could be the Echinacea. It smells good and it tastes good, so I'm really happy I picked this up. I don't think I'll buy more of it. It is limited edition, and normally I'd run out and buy like 200 grams of it or something silly like that. I don't think I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna enjoy the 50 grams that I have. I put on a little bit more makeup today and I blow dried my hair because I'm planning to film my budget video today. I'm gonna journal on that this morning to see if I can get my thoughts in order. But I'd really like to do that before it falls off the radar again. But it's gonna be an indoor day for me for the most part until 5:30. I'm gonna go up to the Hot Docs Cinema to watch a film tonight on Einstein. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm going solo. So since it's just me, I can leave a little bit later and then just boot it up there. From now, which is about 11 o'clock to 5:30, I'm just gonna be kicking around at home. So I have lots of time to work on studio stuff, film that video. I just got out of the film and it was really interesting. It was called Chasing Einstein, basically about all of these different scientists trying to prove the existence of dark matter or looking for evidence of the existence of dark matter. I just love gatherings of different experts and such. It really opened my eyes to a world that I've had no exposure to. Also, my dad is a huge fan of Einstein, so I was definitely interested in seeing this film. I'm gonna go home now and Google what there is to find out about dark matter and dark energy for a layperson, and then I'm gonna go ahead and edit my vlog. It's a super rainy Saturday. It's been raining all day. Hubby and I did go outside though to get pizza. This is from Pico. I chose a whole bunch of toppings for mine, but you can't really see them because it's literally covered in arugula. And then hubby chose even more toppings and his looks really delicious. Trying all the pizza places near us. This one is from Blaze. I tried to replicate the same one that I got yesterday in terms of ingredients, but it looks very different just because there isn't as much arugula on it, and a few of the other ingredients are different as well. They didn't have exactly the same ingredients, so I just did as close as possible. Hubby also did as close to yesterday's pizza as possible, but I think it looks different as well. Smells really good. The crust looks thinner, but otherwise I think it's the same in terms of the diameter.
Hi.
Yes.
It
I made truffle tagliatelle for dinner. So excited. It looks so yummy. We used the whole summer truffles that hubby bought me in my stocking, and we shaved them using a new truffle shaver that we picked up on Amazon. Good morning, everyone. A long time no chat. It is Tuesday today, January the 14th, and I am just getting ready to do some work for the studio. I stayed up late last night because I started working on my website. One of you guys recommended Squarespace, and I actually use that for the writing studio. As part of my part-time job with them, I do some updates to the website, so I've been getting familiar with Squarespace. I find it really user-friendly and very intuitive. And this is not sponsored. I know a lot of YouTubers are sponsored by Squarespace, but I don't have any sponsors. I have been using it and I really like it. So that was the first thing that came to mind. That was actually the catalyst for me wanting to create my own website, because I saw that there were so many possibilities with Squarespace, and I really kind of wanted to have a more professional website, but I didn't really know where to begin. When I did my photography business, I used a company called PhotoBiz. I think that's what it was called. It's basically websites that are catered towards photographers, but I didn't want that because I don't plan to have photography be a huge part of what I want going forward. And before I started working at the studio, of course I had heard of Squarespace, but I didn't really want to invest the time in it to learn the system if it wasn't something that I was going to move forward with. So I was really kind of lost and unfocused. But when I was forced to learn Squarespace for my job, that just opened my eyes to all of the different possibilities, and I'm pretty much decided that I'm going to use Squarespace to do my website. So yesterday I was playing on it, and there's some weird stuff that's happening with Squarespace right now. They released a new version called 7.1, and I didn't even realize this, but I was randomly selected to start a website using that version. But I noticed that I was in the wrong browser. I wanted to be in a different browser. So I went to the other browser and I was looking for the template that I had selected and I couldn't find it. And that's what clued me into the different versions. I wasn't aware of this before because, again, I'm not that familiar with Squarespace. I'm still just learning it. But after looking at the two different versions, 7.0 and 7.1, I decided maybe I would try 7.1 during the 14-day trial period. So I started playing around on it and it was really buggy, really, really buggy. It was intuitive and it was easy to use, but I didn't feel like there was as much flexibility, and maybe it's because it was so buggy that I couldn't really get deep into the system. So I switched and I went to 7.0, which is much more stable. I chose from the Brine family, which is what I use at the writing studio, and I Googled it, and apparently the Brine family has the most features and options. It's the most flexible out of all of the Squarespace template families. So I decided to start another trial, 14 days on 7.0 using Brine, and I stayed up until 2 a.m. just tinkering around. It's coming together. I feel pretty good about the way my website looks right now. Of course, there's still a lot of content to be built out and all of that, so I won't really be able to show anything anytime soon, but it's been fun working on it. It's getting my creative juices going, and I remember how obsessed I was when I had the photography business. I was just putting so much time and effort into it. I just loved it. It was my baby, and it feels good to be doing something like that again, but for my own personal brand. I was debating before about either calling it just my name or using either Authenblissity or even on some levels Petite Pear Style, although I'm trying to phase out my use of Petite Pear Style because I don't feel like it really reflects me. I'm wanting more to move forward with Authenblissity, and when I was tinkering around with the website, I find that sometimes if you try something out and you see it in context, so if you mock up a web page or if you do something like that, it really helps. So for example, with my 2020 theme, which I talked about at great lengths in my last vlog, I tested out both believe in yourself and trust in yourself on my phone. So I named my phone both of those things, and believe in yourself really looked a lot better compared to the other themes I was thinking about. So that's how I ultimately decided that Believe in Yourself was the right theme for the year. The other thing I wanted to talk about, I went to this pub writing session with my new colleagues. They're, of course, mostly writers because it is a writing studio. I wasn't sure at first if I was gonna go because we were supposed to have some really bad weather over the weekend. Sometimes when it's really rainy or really gross out, I don't really feel like going out and doing something. So I didn't know how I would feel, but when I woke up the morning of pub writing, it was sunny. So I was like, ooh, this is a sign that I should go. And even though I was feeling a little bit lazy and a little bit shy and a little bit awkward, I was like, you know what? I know future me is going to be happy that I went. And if I didn't go, future me would be disappointed. This is going to be a situation where I feel uncomfortable in the moment, but I know I am doing something that will set future me up for success. And it was awesome. I got so much inspiration and I had so much fun getting to know my new colleagues. There were 4 of us there in total. It was a really nice little group. We just spent a couple of hours. I did have to leave early because that was the night that hubby and I decided to go to Blaze for pizza, and then we wanted to come back in time for the hockey game. So I had to leave a little bit early. I left about half an hour early, but we spent a couple of hours there chatting and writing and doing random stuff, like random little projects that we're each working on. It was an awesome format and it was really invigorating. It felt really, really good. So I'm so happy that I went. But at the pub writing, one of my colleagues introduced me to the Life Fasting app. So it is this app here. I know it's not coming up very well, but it basically tracks intermittent fasting. So this is what it looks like. I'm currently at almost 16 hours of fasting. My goal is 14 hours because I wanted to make it easier to attain in case I'm like feeling really hungry one day. But I disabled the notification for when the 14 hours is up. So what I'm basically going to do is just fast until I feel hungry or until I want to eat, and then I will end my fast. So even though my target is 14 hours, yesterday I actually fasted for 18 hours because I just got caught up in what I was doing. And that was perfectly fine with me because I felt really good. I had a lot of energy, and today is the same thing. Again, my goal is 14 hours, but 16 hours have already elapsed and I actually don't feel hungry. So I'm gonna chat with you guys for a bit, and then maybe I will have something to eat before I start working, because otherwise I might just like get into a groove and forget to eat again. But we'll see how it goes. I'm drinking black tea. I'm drinking Angel's Dream. So this, of course, doesn't count as breaking your fast. You can have water, black tea, black coffee, lemon water. Hubby and I are in a group together for the fasting. It's kind of neat to see. I can see that he's still fasting right now. He actually set his goal at 16 hours, so he should be pretty much done. But maybe I should create a group for Authenblissity. Let me know if you guys do intermittent fasting. There's no cost to sign up. It's a free app and it's kind of neat to track the fast. For some reason, tracking my fast was never really on the radar for me. I had an app before, but it didn't seem as good as this one, or maybe back then I just wasn't as interested because my times that I would eat were a bit more regular. But now the times I eat are kind of all over the place, especially in the evening, because it depends on when hubby gets home. It also depends on whether I'm meeting people for dinner and whatnot. So I think having the app will actually be really helpful, even though I didn't really see the benefit of it before and I never really tried it for any length of time before. Now I am really excited about it. And I noticed today that you can put in your mood. So when I logged in today and I saw that I was at 14 hours and I still felt really good, I just clicked it and I put I feel good. You can also say I feel awesome, I think, or like I feel really hungry. So I thought that was kind of a neat feature. So I'm enjoying it. So let me know if you're interested. I'll probably just do like a public one. I'll call it Authenblissity, and then anyone who wants to join can join. It's just for community and like more of an FYI type thing, for us to support each other. I don't want it to become like something competitive. I know with like weight stuff and with fasting, it can be a bit of a sensitive topic and it could be like triggering. So I don't want the app or like the group to be at all triggering for anyone. So that's something that I just want to put out there. I think those are all the updates for now. What else do I have to say? Oh, I finished my journal with my morning pages. So now I will have to go into my notepads, and I did find 2 partially used up notepads, and that was about it. So one I'm gonna keep because it's in my little folio that I take on interviews and such. The other one I'm gonna use, and then once I'm done that other one, then I'll start using those yellow pads I got at Staples. And I've been loving morning pages. I don't find that every day is groundbreaking anymore. When I first started, I did find that, but now I feel like my mind is a little bit more scattered. I find I've been writing a lot about what I did yesterday, which is kind of strange, but it's stream of consciousness, so whatever's in my mind, I am writing down. And so far it's been pretty good, but nothing too like earth-shattering these last few days. There was one day that was really interesting because I was very frustrated that day. I felt like all tangled up inside. I don't know if you guys have had that feeling where you're just so frustrated and irritated with stuff, nothing in particular, but everything sets you off that you just feel all wound up inside. I felt that one day when I was journaling, and I tried not to take it out on the journal. I really tried to like frame everything positively, but I was like, you know what, it's probably good for me to let it all out. So I started writing like all this stuff, and I was like, oh, that actually felt really good. And by the time I was done journaling, I didn't feel as wound up anymore. I think I still was a little bit, but it released a lot of that tension that I was holding in my body and maybe trying to suppress and not let out. So once I let it out, it was better. So yeah, so journaling has been going well. Good morning, everyone. It is Friday and it is a cold, cold day in Toronto, so I think I'm going to stay in. I had big plans to go for a long walk, grab Lulu some more frozen food, and just get my steps in outdoors, but I think I'm gonna chicken out because it's minus 13 degrees out right now. What I did instead was I put on a bit more makeup so I could film a video today. Thankfully, I did my studio visit yesterday and I can just kind of relax indoors today, but there are a few things on my list. First of all, I'm going to be doing my morning pages. It's 9 o'clock, so I'm getting started on it a little bit earlier today than I normally do. I usually do them at around 10:30-ish. Not sure why that is, but that just happens to be the sweet spot where I sit down and actually start to do them. And then I do plan to run out very quickly to purchase some candied ginger. One of my tasks for the studio was to make some granola for their retreats, and I went ahead and I did that yesterday. I did a batch yesterday and I did 3 batches the night before. The granola turned out really well. I was thinking of grabbing some ingredients to make a batch for hubby and me. I already have everything else, I just need the candied ginger, so I'm gonna run out today and try to pick that up just from like maybe a Bulk Barn or something like that, and then I can curl up inside again and make some granola, film a video. It just sounds like a wonderful day, and at some point I do have to go to the gym. That is what's on the agenda today, so let's go ahead and get started on the morning pages. I am feeling pretty wound up and frustrated right now. I just filmed my makeup inventory. It seems like I chose the exact wrong day to film. I thought I would have so much time this afternoon to just relax, cozy in, film a video, slowly get the clips done. Partway into filming, I hear a knock at my door, and of course Lulu goes bananas because we got a notice that we would have our dryer vents looked at. I thought they had come before, but apparently they had to reschedule it and didn't tell us. But they rescheduled it for today and Monday, so I was like, okay, that's fine, you know, I'll just wait in the morning. I have some stuff to do in the morning anyway, see if they come. They didn't come, so I thought, you know, they're not gonna come on Friday afternoon, but they came. I was in the middle of filming. Lulu was barking her head off, so I had to lock her up in the room and just ignore her while they did whatever they were doing with the vacuum and stuff, just vacuuming out all the lint and stuff from our dryer vents. So then they leave and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna finish the video. And every time I tried to record a clip, I would hear the vacuum and it was really loud. So I ended up having to record multiple clips several times. But you know how when you're trying to get through something and you thought you had the day mapped out and something just happens that throws you off? I get distressed when Lulu's distressed, and when there's a lot of noise when I'm trying to do something, I get like really frustrated as well. So I just felt that like wanting to scream. I kind of wish I was like Lulu. I could just like bark my head off. Now it is 3 o'clock. They are finally done. I've re-recorded all of the clips that I thought had background noise in them, so hopefully I got them all. But I had all of these things I wanted to talk to you guys about, and I'm just like really on edge right now. So I think what I'm gonna do, instead of going out and buying the ginger and making the granola and having that like perfect cozy day in that I had envisioned, I'm gonna hit the gym now and burn off some of this frustration. But before I do that, oddly enough, I'm gonna try on these products with you guys, even though I'm going straight to the gym. I also have to feed Lulu. She's staring at me right now, which is not helping my like pent up frustration. But this is the lip liner that I'm gonna be showing you guys in my makeup inventory. I've had it for a long time. It's still really creamy and beautiful, but I never use it, so I'm gonna use it right now. I wanna say I'm still in high spirits, and I don't mean to like complain or talk your ear off about like being frustrated, but that is just how I feel right now, and I have a lot of that like frustrated emotion inside of me. But I'm still happy and I'm still like holding it together. It's just I'm not immune from being frustrated. Okay, so let me put this on. I do have a little bit of lip product on from before, from when I was filming, I think. I don't remember what I put on. This is a really pretty shade. I've got a really painful pimple coming up on my upper lip. I've been putting that tomato mask on it, the Moly one. I think I've showed it before. It did seem to help for a few days because it was really, really painful 2 or 3 days ago. So I think it has worked a little bit to keep it from like really becoming huge, but it is starting to come out now, and it's not as painful as before, but it's getting red and inflamed. I'm going to be using this very, very old Tula lip gloss, I think it's called, Sula, oh my gosh. This is in Beautiful Stranger, and I was first introduced to this brand by Glim, I believe, and I received the Beautiful Stranger lip gloss in that beauty box, and I loved it so much. I not only repurchased this shade, I purchased a few others. I only have 2 left in my collection, this one and another one that looks very similar, but I thought, why not do a throwback? I know I like this one, and hopefully it hasn't gone off because I've had it for years. I haven't opened it, so maybe it'll be okay. Oh, it still smells good. It smells like cherry. Yay. Okay. So I'm going to use this because in my makeup inventory, I noted that I still have a ton of lip gloss. I haven't gone through them like I said I would last time I did the makeup inventory, so I'm going to do it this time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put on the lip gloss. Oh, I still really like this formulation. It's so nice. Not sticky, very smooth on. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through my lip glosses one by one. If I come across one that I dislike, I'm gonna toss it right away. And if I come across one that I like, and I already anticipate I will like this one, I'm gonna use it for around 3 months, and then I'm gonna let it go and move on to the next one. So I am gonna do that this time around. I may even open more than one in a 3-month period, but we shall see. But so far so good. I'm really liking this combination, and I'm starting to feel a lot better already just talking to you guys. All right. Oh, deep breaths. I'm gonna feed Lulu, hit the gym for a little bit before hubby gets home, and then I'm gonna make more of that Truffle Tagliatelle. We're having it one more night because it is so delicious. I am back from the gym and I am literally feeling 100 times better. I'm feeling so good that I'm gonna get dressed, I'm gonna go out. I also need lettuce for truffle, and hubby's home. So I'm gonna have some coconut water, go out, and then get dinner started. Hello! Hubby's been biking to and from work. Yay! Lulu's so excited. This is the noise that she makes when she's excited.
Hi, missus. Hi. goodness.
You're so excited.
You're so silly.
It has been a few hours and hubby and I have had dinner. I did go out to get lettuce for Truffle. He ate it, so I'm really happy about that. I bought a different one. Usually I buy him the bag of 3, but they didn't have the bagged lettuce, so instead I just bought like one single romaine lettuce, and he usually doesn't love that one as much. I also went to Bulk Barn to buy this candied ginger, and this little bag was $6.50. So this must be around 150 grams, maybe a bit less than that. I ate a piece coming home and it is really delicious. I think this is their most expensive one because it's the Fiji one. I feel like I have seen less expensive varieties, but this was the only one that the Bulk Barn near me had. If I do make the granola, it'll be in the next vlog because as I'm editing this, I've noticed that it is already quite long, and I also noticed that I was frustrated a lot in this vlog. I think it's because I'm in the moody time of the month. Hopefully I'll be back to my normal self in the next few days, but thank you guys so much for watching this vlog. I'll be back very soon with another one. Hope you stay warm, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!